Welcome to this course, Introduction to Artificial Intelligence. Imagine unlocking new career opportunities and gaining a competitive edge in your field just by knowing how to harness the power of artificial intelligence, or AI. AI is a must for individuals or businesses to push the boundaries of what's possible, driving success like never before. With AI revolutionizing the way we live and work, new innovations are touching our lives every day. From life-saving leaps forward in healthcare management and fraud detection and prevention in finance, to personal assistants like Siri and Alexa, autonomous vehicles, personalized experiences through Netflix and Spotify, and fresh content generated by ChatGPT in seconds, people who know how to use AI are transforming our world. If you're looking to fuel your career and transform your business, this course is your gateway to an exciting field shaping your future. According to PwC, over 70% of companies have already adopted some form of AI, and that trend is only set to increase. Whether you're a CEO, software developer, product designer, administrator, or individual just starting out in your career, AI can enable you to do your job in new, more powerful ways. Therefore, this course is for all beginners interested in knowing AI, whether professionals, enthusiasts, practitioners, or students. So if you're looking to take your career to the next level or shine out as a business innovator using AI, this course is the ideal way to begin your AI journey. This course serves as your gateway into the dynamic world of AI, where you'll deepen your understanding of its fundamental concepts and terminology. By the end of this course, you will be able to describe what AI is and explain its core concepts. You will understand how AI applications and use cases can transform our lives and work. You will also recognize the potential and impact of AI in transforming businesses and careers, and discuss the issues, limitations, and ethical concerns surrounding AI. What can you look forward to as you advance through this course? The course is divided into 4 power-packed modules. As soon as you start with the first module, you'll dive into the world of AI, looking at popular AI applications that are already in use across many industries. You'll learn about various common tools like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Microsoft Copilot, and other applications of generative AI. You'll gain insights into virtual assistants and smart home devices that use AI to automate routine tasks to make life so much more convenient. And you'll examine how AI is reshaping various industries and sectors. In the second module, you'll immerse yourself in the core concepts of AI and build your confidence in using technical terms such as deep learning, machine learning, and neural networks. You'll look at generative AI models, including large language models or LLMs, and their capabilities. You'll explore the development and application of AI and build your understanding of various domains, such as natural language processing, NLP, and computer vision. And you'll discover how advancements in these areas are driving exciting innovations that are changing how we live and work. Once you begin with the third module, you're going to discover how AI can be leveraged for content generation, data analysis, customer service, product development, and more. You're going to see how AI is already benefiting organizations through real-world use cases, and you'll be guided to work out how AI can transform your work and work environment too. Plus, you'll explore some of the most sought-after AI careers, including AI engineering, data science, robotics engineering, NLP engineering, and AI research, so you can then make an informed decision on what your next learning step should be once you've completed the course. Naturally, other aspects of AI need to be considered too. So in the fourth module, you'll look at the ethics of AI, how it is governed, and how prevalent concerns and issues surrounding the AI landscape are being addressed. You'll gain insights into aspects of AI like explainability, fairness, robustness, transparency, and privacy. And you'll investigate the different perspectives of key players and the approaches they are using to address the ethical challenges posed. To help you get your head around all these new terms and build your confidence in the subject, your learning journey will follow a series of videos and readings. You'll have fabulous opportunities to chat with your peers and connect with course staff in the discussion forum. And you'll hear from experienced practitioners through expert viewpoint videos as they share their perspectives on the concepts that you learn. You'll also participate in hands-on activities and labs that help you apply your knowledge in practice and deepen your understanding. You'll be presented with practice quizzes at the end of each lesson to help you reinforce your learning. And you'll complete a final project and graded quiz at the end of the course so you can earn your certificate. So, if you're ready to explore the world of AI and discover how your understanding of AI concepts can power your career and put you ahead of the rest of your field, you've come to the right place. Let's get started. Welcome to Introducing AI. After watching this video, you'll be able to define AI as augmented intelligence. You will also be able to discuss the types of AI based on their strengths. AI's history can be traced back to the very origins of computing. Since the days of the abacus and early calculators, humans have strived to automate mental tasks. The formal journey began in the 1950s when Alan Turing proposed the Turing test for machine intelligence, and John McCarthy coined the term artificial intelligence. Progress from early programs like ELIZA and Shrdlu in the 1960s to the rise of expert systems in the 1970s, the 1980s witnessed a surge in machine learning, setting up the stage for further progress. The 1990s introduced neural networks, and the 2000s marked the ascent of deep learning. From 2010 to 2020, AI applications spread across industries, with applications like natural language processing, NLP, and computer vision. AI has continued its rapid expansion in the present decade, including advancements in deep learning models, autonomous systems, and healthcare applications. But what exactly is AI? Artificial intelligence, or AI, refers to the simulation of human intelligence processes by computer systems. It involves using algorithms and data to enable machines to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence, such as learning, reasoning, problem-solving, and decision-making. AI can range from simple automation to complex deep learning and neural networks. The Internet has revolutionized connectivity and given us faster access to more information. Distributed computing scales data processing, enabling efficiency. IoT proliferates connected devices, generating massive amounts of data. Social networking has encouraged most of us that data to be unstructured. Together, they reshape our digital landscape, accelerating information access and innovation. With augmented intelligence, information that subject matter experts need is placed at their fingertips and backed with evidence, enabling them to make informed decisions. Experts are encouraged to scale their capabilities and let the machines handle the time-consuming work. How do we define innate intelligence? Human beings have innate intelligence, which is defined as the intelligence that governs every activity in our body. This intelligence is what causes an oak tree to grow out of a little seed and a complex organism, like an elephant, to evolve from a single-celled organism. How does AI learn? The only innate intelligence machines have is what we give them. We provide machines with the ability to examine examples and create machine learning models based on the inputs and desired outputs. We do this in different ways, such as with supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning, about which you will learn in more detail later. AI can be divided into categories based on strength, breadth, and application. Considering the strength of AI, it can be of three types: weak AI or narrow AI, strong AI or generalized AI, and super AI or conscious AI. Weak or narrow AI is AI that is applied to a specific domain. Applied AI can perform specific tasks, but not learn new ones, making decisions based on programmed algorithms and training data. For example, language translators, virtual assistants, AI-powered web searches, recommendation engines, and intelligent spam filters. Strong AI, or generalized AI, refers to artificial intelligence capable of engaging in and performing a diverse array of distinct and unrelated tasks. It possesses the ability to acquire new skills to tackle novel challenges, achieving this by autonomously learning fresh approaches. Generalized AI is the combination of many AI strategies that learn from experience and can perform at a human level of intelligence. Its use cases include finance, human resources, information technology, research and development, and supply chain. Super AI, or conscious AI, extends the concept of generative AI to a more advanced level. It is an AI with human-level consciousness, which would require it to be self-aware, showing advanced cognitive abilities and developing its own thinking skills. Because we are not yet able to adequately define what consciousness is, it is unlikely that we will be able to create a conscious AI in the near future. Super AI could demonstrate capabilities beyond human intelligence in areas like healthcare, autonomous vehicles, robotics, natural language understanding, and environmental conservation. AI is the fusion of many fields of study. Computer science and electrical engineering determine how AI is implemented in software and hardware. Mathematics and statistics determine viable models and measure performance. Because AI is modeled on how we believe the brain works, psychology and linguistics play an essential role in understanding how AI might work. Philosophy, on the other hand, provides guidance on intelligence and ethical considerations. While the science fiction version of AI may be a distant possibility, we already see more and more AI involved in the decisions we make every day. Over the years, AI has proven to be useful in different domains, impacting our society in meaningful ways. In this video, you learned how AI is defined as augmented intelligence, aiming to extend human capabilities and tackle tasks beyond human and machine capabilities. You also learned that machine learning models are developed through supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Finally, you learned how AI can be divided based on its strengths. You learned about weak or narrow AI, an AI tailored for specific domains, strong or generalized AI, an AI with diverse capabilities across unrelated tasks, super or conscious AI, an AI having human-level consciousness.
I want to share with you the story of how I got to work today. I submit to you that my drive from my home to my office used 3 forms of intelligence. The first intelligence was human intelligence. The intelligence there was the intelligence that I needed to operate the vehicle, to turn the steering wheel, to check my mirrors. The second form of intelligence was artificial intelligence. Once I got on the highway, I turned on the self-driving feature in my car. Fancy. Now the car stayed in its own lane, kept an appropriate distance from the vehicle in front, and maintained a proper speed. No input from me at all. When I got off of the highway, I used a third form of intelligence, augmented intelligence. Augmented intelligence, well, that took the form of all the driver assist features in the vehicle. Things like collision detection to alert me if I got too close to the car in front, and blind spot avoidance to tell me if there was a vehicle alongside me as I changed lanes. Artificial intelligence, well, that is the ability for machines to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence, such as reasoning, natural communication, and problem solving. It basically replaces the need for a human. So computers are doing the work, us humans not really needed. And the artificial intelligence performs certain tasks and makes decisions, and it's incorporated into so many systems today. Now, contrast that with augmented intelligence. Now, this is where you have machines and you have humans both working together. And they're doing so to enhance each other's efforts when completing tasks. Augmented intelligence systems augment our human abilities. Things like screen readers for the blind, voice-driven navigation, or my in-car collision avoidance system. They're all examples of augmented intelligence at work. They act on our behalf in the physical world, but in a way that complements our own capabilities. So, artificial or augmented, which form of intelligence will give us the best results for a given problem? Well, to answer that, let's create a strengths matrix. So machines versus humans. Now, one thing machines are great at is ingesting large amounts of data. They can take in more data at a faster rate than any human could. And they also don't get tired, so they can just keep going and going, ingesting that data as they go. Machines are especially good at things like repetitive tasks. And to do so in a way that is reliably accurate. Unlike my spelling of repetitive. So if you need to quickly analyze a lot of data or do something over and over again with no margin for error, and then specifically artificial intelligence is really your best bet. Now, on the other hand, us humans, well, we have a few advantages too. We're very good at generalizing information. We can take a single piece of data and understand the concept that it represents. We're also very good at creativity. We can come up with ideas, we can solve problems and communicate our findings in a way that, well, machines just can't. And we have emotional intelligence too. And that's a big benefit where we can understand the reactions of others. And it's critical for tasks like customer service or caregiving. Now, augmented intelligence is really a sweet spot that combines all of these human strengths with a bit of a helping hand from our machine counterparts. By using AI to help us see and understand the world in new ways, we're able to do things that would be impossible for us humans on our own. So, which form of intelligence is best? The answer is both. And that's why I love augmented intelligence. It's how humans will continue to thrive and lead in the world. And get me to work safely.
Welcome to Introducing Generative AI and its use cases. After watching this video, you will be able to describe generative AI and its major capabilities and recognize its use cases in diverse sectors. As artificial intelligence continues to grow, generative AI emerges as an innovative frontier. While traditional AI tends to focus on analyzing data and making decisions, like recommending the songs you want to listen to or translating any language, generative AI, or Gen AI, takes a step forward and creates new content from scratch. Gen AI is an AI technology capable of creating new and novel data, ranging from text and images to music and videos. Unlike conventional AI models, generative AI does not rely on predefined rules and patterns. Instead, it uses deep learning techniques and relies on vast data sets to generate new ideas. Generative AI can use large language models, or LLMs, for processing and generating human-like text. LLMs can perform a variety of natural language processing tasks, including text generation, translation, and summarization. Alternatively, generative AI can design and incorporate LLM into a larger, more advanced AI system to perform various advanced tasks, such as decision-making and problem-solving. Generative AI's capabilities drive its rapid integration across various aspects of our lives. Examples: it can facilitate the creation of new content in diverse formats, including text, images, videos, and audio. Generative AI is capable of human-like intelligence conversations. Through data augmentation, it allows to generate new training data, enhancing the accuracy of machine learning models. According to recent research conducted by Goldman Sachs, the use of generative AI could help the global economy grow by about 7%, which is nearly $7 trillion. The research also conveyed that generative AI could elevate productivity growth by 1.5% over 10 years. Generative AI is boosting creativity and customer experiences across diverse sectors. In marketing, it helps companies create personalized advertisements, email campaigns, or social media posts based on individual preferences and behaviors. In creative fields, generative AI can produce unique digital art, music, and video content for advertising and marketing campaigns, and generate soundtracks for films or video games. Product development is another area where generative AI is making an impact. By analyzing trends and consumer feedback, it can help to generate ideas and even optimize existing designs for better performance and cost effectiveness. Generative AI is reshaping industries, driving innovation, and improving efficiency. In the field of healthcare and precision medicine, generative AI can support physicians by providing tailored treatments. It can also simulate surgeries and produce medical images to aid doctors in developing treatments. In gaming, generative AI can create interactive game worlds by generating new levels, characters, and objects that adapt to player behavior. In fashion, generative AI can design and produce virtual try-on experiences for customers and recommend personalized fashion choices based on customer behavior and preferences. In education, generative AI can create customized learning materials and interactive learning environments that adjust to students' learning styles and paces. In this video, you learn that generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that can generate content across various mediums, such as written texts, images, audio, or videos. LLMs are advanced neural network architectures for processing and generating human-like text. Capabilities of generative AI include diverse content creation capabilities, human-like conversation, and data augmentation. Domain-specific use cases of generative AI are marketing, creative, and product development. Industry-specific use cases of generative AI are healthcare, gaming, fashion, and education and training.
So generative AI is all the rage. But one question I get quite frequently is, how does generative AI differ from AI that we were doing 5, 10, 20, maybe even 30 years ago? To understand that, let's take a look at AI the way it existed before generative AI. So typically the way that it worked is you started off with a repository. And a repository is exactly what it sounds like. It's just where you keep all of your information. And they can be, data in tables, rows and columns. It can be images. It can be documents. It can really be anything. It's just kind of as an organization where you keep all of your historical information or stuff. The second part is what we call an analytics platform. And in the IBM world, an example of an analytics platform is SPSS Modeler or Watson Studio. And then the third component is the application layer. So let's say you're a telco. You have all your information about the customers in the repository. And let's say you want to know which customers are likely to churn or cancel their service. So you would take that information in the repository, move it into an analytics platform. Inside the analytics platform, you would build your models. In this case, who is and isn't likely to churn or cancel their service. And then once you have those models built, you would put them in some kind of application. And the application would is where you try to prevent those people from canceling. So for example, if somebody's likely to cancel, maybe you reach out to them and try to convince them not to, or give them some kind of benefit so that they stick around as a customer. But this in itself, I wouldn't call this AI. This is more of a predictive analytics or a predictive model. To make this AI, you have to provide a feedback loop. And a feedback loop allows you to automate the process. So for example, you're a telco and you have your information on your customers, you figure out who's going to cancel, you take action through an application to try to keep them from canceling, but your models here sometimes are right or sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. What the feedback loop allows you to do is to learn from that experience. So if there's situations where you predicted somebody was going to cancel and they didn't, maybe you can drill in and make your models better so that you don't make that same mistake a second time. So think of it like this: fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That's what you want your AI to do. You want your AI to learn from its previous mistakes and its previous successes too. And a feedback loop allows you to do that. So this is the way that it always existed. I've been in this business for over 30 years, and this predates me. But with generative AI, this whole paradigm has changed. The whole fundamental architecture and the way that we do things is different now. With generative AI, you start off with data, not from your organization, not from a repository inside the walls of your company, but you start off with data from Earth. Okay, so maybe not Earth, right? But you start off with this massive, massive, massive quantity of information about everything. That information then is used by large language models. But these large language models they're very powerful, they're very big, and they're remarkable, to be honest. But a lot of times they don't have the specifics that you need to guide you in your business. So for example, a large language model might know in general why people cancel a particular service if you're a telco. But they wouldn't have the nuances and the idiosyncrasies of why your specific customers cancel. That's when you use what's called prompting and tuning. So the prompting and tuning layer is where you take the large language models, which are very general models, and make them specific to your use case. So going back to our telco who's trying to deal with customer churn, they would have this model that's built not just on customer churn or your customers, but built on massive quantities of information that have everything in it. LLMs are derived from that massive quantity of information. Then you use this prompting and tuning layer to try to fine tune those models so that they're specific to your organization. And then the final part is you have an application layer, just like you do with traditional AI. And the application, again, is where you take the AI so that it's consumed, so that it's going to fulfill its specific purpose. And also, just like with traditional AI, you also have a feedback loop. But your feedback loop typically just goes back to the prompting and tuning part of it, because these are typically outside of your organization. So there you have it. That's why large language models or generative AI is different, because the fundamental architecture is different. And primarily, it has to do with the size and the quantity, both of the data coming in and the models being built. And these models and this data is way too big for any organization to hold in their repository. That's why we need a fundamentally different architecture. Thanks so much for your time. I hope this was helpful.
In this video, Martin and I are going to talk about AI and answer the question, are we there yet?
And stick around to the end where Jeff and I will be explaining how we use AI in our everyday lives.
So we're going to have a conversation about AI. Are we there yet? Well, so I think we're kind of there, because one definition of AI is basically the simulation of intelligent behavior in computers. And we've kind of done that. What do you think, Martin?
Yes, I would agree with that definition, but are we there yet? Absolutely not. I don't think so. And the reason I think that is because of something called AGI, which is an acronym for Artificial General Intelligence. And this really describes an AI system that is equivalent to a human and is as diverse as a human and can do anything that a human can do, at least as well or better. And I don't think we are there yet.
Okay, maybe not. So let's take a look at some examples of where we've come from and where we're going. So maybe a hypothetical.
Yeah, I've got a good one. So let's just consider, I also write some numbers down here. Let's see this. If I put this up and then let's do 3, 1, 2, 5. If I could tell you in my head, just like that, the answer to that math equation, is that intelligence?
It's really impressive. It's a nice parlor trick. But you know, I've got a calculator that can do the same thing. And I'm really not ready to declare that my calculator is sentient. It's not artificially intelligent. So maybe not there yet, but it's a great example. Well, how about, I'll tell you a story from in my middle school days. My science teacher considered intelligence would be if you knew all the elements in the periodic table, where they went, what their atomic numbers were, how to spell them and their abbreviations, and you could place all of that where it belonged. And that would have been considered intelligent. Was she right?
With the greatest respect to your science teacher, I don't think that's intelligence either. I think what you've just described there is a database lookup.
Yeah.
How about then something a bit more advanced than that? Something that takes years and years to get good at, like a chess grandmaster. Now think of all of the time that you have to invest to learn all of the patterns, all of the moves, all of the strategy. Is a chess grandmaster a real example of intelligence?
Yeah, I think most people would say somebody who is the best in the world at chess is a genius. So you would think if you're a genius, you're intelligent. But guess what? IBM did this trick in 1997 where we created a computer we called Deep Blue, and Deep Blue was able to beat the best chess player in the world handily. So that already, if that's your bar, we already passed it. Yet again, we kind of feel like we're left empty. We're still not feeling there yet. So what is the classic question, the classic problem to solve?
You're going to tell me the Turing test, right?
I am going to tell you the Turing test. That's exactly right. And what is the Turing test for those who don't know? With the Turing test, you basically have a user here, and they cannot see who it is that they are typing to. So they're typing messages back and forth. And they may be talking to another person, or they may be talking to a computer. And if it's indistinguishable when they have their communications and they can't tell if they're talking to another person or talking to a computer, then we would declare game over. The computer has achieved artificial intelligence. So if we could ever do that, then we'd be there, right?
Well, this one is a little bit disputed as to have we passed the Turing test or not. But in 2014, technically, some people say that we did with a chatbot that simulated a 13-year-old boy.
Well, so that's setting the bar kind of low. 13-year-old boy, you and I used to be one of those. So I think maybe we want to set the bar higher. But would we consider other technologies maybe that have raised the bar further towards the Turing test?
I mean, I talk with ChatGPT daily, and sometimes I could be convinced that is a real person. So I think there have been a lot of advances in that kind of area.
I think so. I talk to ChatGPT regularly too. Nobody else will talk to me, so at least at least that one that hasn't failed me yet. So that's a good example. Clearly, the bar has been raised. If we ask the question, are we there yet or not? I feel like it's a little bit like we move the finish line every time we get close to it. As soon as we cross it, then we say, yeah, but that's not quite there yet. So we kind of had this sense of, if you look at all of these things together, we have these sort of siloed savants. We have something that's really great at arithmetic. We have something that's really great at memorization and recall, something that's great at a narrowly bounded game that is quite complex, but still has very specific rules that can be mathematically described. Or we're talking about a kind of general intelligence, emotional intelligence that would be required to pass the Turing test and things like that. So we continue to have these developments in individual areas, but putting it all together, that's your AGI.
But I think it's also worth pointing out that the development curve for AI, it just seems very recently, even this year, is just going faster and faster than ever before. And we are getting closer and closer to this idea of general intelligence, moving away from where we have everything siloed, like Deep Blue, which is deeply siloed, to just chess, to now these AI systems that are really getting closer and closer to being able to accomplish much more of what we do as humans.
I think you're right. When I was in school, we talked about artificial intelligence, and it was always about something that was about 5 or 10 years away. And then 10 years later, it was another 5 or 10 years away. But I feel like we're actually narrowing the gap. In the last few years, it's been this steep curve toward what we would consider general artificial intelligence. So, are we there yet?
No, but we've never been closer.
Awesome.
Hey, Jeff, we didn't get to the bit where you tell me how you're using AI in your everyday life.
I did forget that. So, I actually have a self-driving car that brings me to work. It's basically a computer that takes me places. How about you? How do you use AI?
I realize that I'm not a very good photographer, but I'm much better at AI prompting. So I just prompt what I want in a picture, and it generates a beautiful professional photograph. It's fantastic.
Great.
Welcome to AI in Daily Life. After watching this video, you will be able to identify the common use cases of AI in daily life. You will also be able to explore the benefits of AI's integration in routine activities. Have you ever wondered how your social media feed is customized to your preferences? Or how does an online store know the products you will like? Or, more interestingly, have you ever thought of temperature and lights in your home that adjust automatically? Welcome to the world of AI, where AI algorithms work to personalize your digital experience or learn your routines and preferences to provide a smart home experience. A report published on Statista.com suggests that within the last 5 years, the number of digital voice assistants being used in devices worldwide for day-to-day activities has rapidly increased from 4.2 billion to 8.4 billion units. AI is all around us. Whether providing personalized experiences, streamlining tasks with efficiency and automation, enhancing accessibility, improving day-to-day convenience, boosting safety and security, optimizing navigation routes, or enhancing healthcare facilities, AI provides numerous benefits in daily life. Let's explore a few such examples. AI makes our lives efficient and convenient by automating repetitive tasks and processes, saving time and effort in daily activities. Virtual assistants like Siri, Google Assistant, and Alexa employ AI algorithms to interpret and act upon voice instructions and help complete tasks, such as scheduling reminders, answering queries, delivering weather forecasts, and managing smart home devices. Further, in your smart home setup, AI empowers devices like thermostats, lights, and security cameras to understand user habits and preferences over time. This allows you to automate tasks such as temperature adjustments, lighting control, and security alert notifications, enhancing convenience and energy efficiency. AI uses a recommendation system to analyze vast amounts of data to provide personalized recommendations in areas such as entertainment, social media, and online shopping. Have you used streaming platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime, or Spotify to watch movies, podcasts, or music? All these platforms offer personalized suggestions based on the user's viewing history and preferences. Similarly, social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram personalize the content based on the user's interests and past interactions. Likewise, e-commerce platforms like Amazon and eBay use AI algorithms to provide personalized product recommendations based on the user's browsing history and purchase behavior. AI-driven chatbots aid customers with their queries, and visual search technology enables them to find products by uploading images, further enhancing the online shopping experience. AI plays a significant role in enabling security across various domains with which we interact in our daily lives. These include cybersecurity, such as encryption, access control, and risk assessment. Fraud detection to detect fraudulent activities in financial transactions, online payments, and identity verification. Biometric authentication systems that use facial recognition, fingerprint scanning, or voice recognition. And AI-enabled video analytics, which enhances surveillance systems that monitor our investments, detect fraudulent transactions, identify credit card fraud, and prevent financial crimes. AI is transforming the healthcare sector, impacting our lives in several ways. AI chatbots and virtual assistants can provide 24/7 support, reminding you to take medication or offering basic healthcare information. AI-powered wearables, such as fitness trackers and smartwatches, monitor your heart rate, sleep patterns, and even blood oxygen levels. This data is crucial for identifying potential health risks early and monitoring your well-being. AI algorithms can help you diagnose diseases and personalize treatment plans through data-driven insights. AI is integrated into smart devices in numerous ways, enhancing user experience and functionality and making them valuable tools in our daily lives. AI enhances smartphone cameras with features like facial recognition, scene detection, portrait mode, and automatic image enhancement, enabling users to capture high-quality photos and videos effortlessly. AI-powered navigation apps utilize real-time traffic data, historical traffic patterns, and user feedback to optimize routes, estimate travel times accurately, and provide alternative routes to avoid congestion, improving the efficiency of daily commutes and travel planning. AI algorithms are utilized in keyboards and messaging apps to suggest words or phrases as you type, predict the next word in a sentence, and correct spelling and grammar mistakes, streamlining text input on mobile devices. In this video, you learn that AI's use cases and benefits in daily life are profound and multifaceted. You learned how virtual assistants and smart home devices use AI to automate routine tasks, making our lives efficient and convenient. How AI uses a recommendation system to provide personalized suggestions across various streaming, social media, and e-commerce platforms. Further, you learned how it boosts security and safeguards us against potential threats via biometric authentication and fraud detection. You also learned how AI transforms healthcare with wearables and diagnostics. Finally, you learned how AI's integration into smart devices enhances user experience and functionality. Welcome to AI chatbots and smart assistants. After watching this video, you will be able to explain how AI chatbots and smart assistants work and explore their benefits and diverse applications across industries. Have you ever booked a vacation or ordered dinner with just a few commands? AI chatbots are revolutionizing how we interact with technology by handling tasks and conversations that once required human intervention. From setting your reminders to controlling smart home devices with just a voice command, AI chatbots can significantly simplify your life. AI chatbots and smart assistants are AI-driven software programs that understand and respond to queries, provide information, and perform tasks. They use advanced algorithms and natural language processing, or NLP, techniques to understand and respond to user inputs in a way that simulates human-like conversation. As AI has advanced, chatbots have undergone a remarkable evolution from simple rule-based systems where interactions followed predefined patterns to AI-powered personal assistants. The most recent breakthrough comes with generative AI models, which enable chatbots to engage in intelligent, context-based conversations and offer personalized recommendations. Today, several chatbot platforms and smart assistants exist, each offering unique features and capabilities. Examples of some chatbot platforms include IBM Watson X Assistant, ChatFuel, Wit.ai, and more. Some popular smart assistants include Siri, Google Assistant, Amazon Alexa, Microsoft Cortana, and so on. Examples of popular generative AI chatbots are ChatGPT and Google Gemini. So, how do AI chatbots work? AI chatbots use a database of information, deep learning, machine learning, and NLP to understand the patterns in conversation. First, the chatbot analyzes your input to recognize the intent and keywords. If it is a speech input, the chatbot converts it into text and then processes it further. Once the input is processed, the chatbot uses AI algorithms and NLP engines to recognize your intent and context of the input and accordingly categorize the input to determine the appropriate response. The chatbot also analyzes previous interactions and user preferences for more relevance. Next, the dialogue management system selects the appropriate response from the chatbot's knowledge base. Meanwhile, the machine learning algorithm updates the chatbot's knowledge base with information from the current conversation. Finally, the chatbot generates the response, which can include providing information, answering questions, performing tasks, or engaging in a conversation with you to gather more information. Let's assume you want to know about the weather in your location. To provide an accurate response, the chatbot will access the Weather Application Programming Interface, or API, to retrieve the current weather forecast for your location. Some of the benefits of AI chatbots include their all-time availability, which ensures that you can access information anytime and anywhere. They offer scalability to handle large volumes of inquiries and interactions without significant overhead costs. The benefits also include providing personalized services and suggestions, as chatbots can tailor responses and recommendations based on user preferences and prior interactions. It enables natural conversation and response by utilizing NLP. Chatbots can also be trained to communicate in multiple languages, expanding their reach and effectiveness. AI chatbots have diverse applications across various industries and domains. Let's discuss some of them. In the field of customer service, chatbots handle routine inquiries and provide instant assistance. Another application is in e-commerce, where chatbots recommend products based on preferences and facilitate transactions. In healthcare, chatbots assist patients with appointment scheduling, medication reminders, and symptom assessment, whereas in the field of education, chatbots are used for language learning and tutoring. As the chatbot industry grows, it will continue to reshape business communications profoundly. Businesses are now focused on building more human-like chatbots using machine learning and NLP. With the help of sentiment analysis, chatbots will be able to analyze whether the conversation is going well and will respond to customer emotions accordingly. Enterprises will use chatbots for internal tasks as well, like HR inquiries and IT support, automating these processes to improve work efficiency. Chatbots are also expected to automate tasks, such as processing refunds. These future trends and innovations signify an exciting era for AI chatbots, where they will become more intelligent and versatile. In this video, you learned that AI chatbots and smart assistants are AI-driven software programs that understand and respond to queries, provide information, and perform tasks. Chatbots have evolved from simple rule-based systems to AI-powered personal assistants and generative AI chatbots that are capable of complete conversations. Their benefits include all-time availability, scalability, personalized services and suggestions, natural conversations, and multilingual communication. Applications of AI chatbots span across industries, including customer service, e-commerce, healthcare, and education. Future trends in AI chatbots involve more human-like interactions, sentiment analysis, automated HR and IT support tasks, and handling processes like refunds.
So most of us at this point in our lives have probably used a chatbot, maybe without even knowing it. Have you ever wondered, how does a chatbot work? What powers it? How do I interact with it? Let's dive in. My name's Morgan Carroll with IBM Cloud. Let's say you're the owner of a flower shop. This is you. And you're the only employee. Maybe you don't have time to respond to common customer inquiries, such as, what time do you open? Do you have yellow roses in stock? How do I contact you? So you've got your customer up here, and they need to get in touch with you, but you're busy. You can't answer the phone. So what can we do to solve this problem? This is where Flora, the floral chatbot, comes in. This is Flora over here. Now, if a customer has a simple question, let's say they just want to know, what time do you guys open? They can ask Flora, hey, what time do y'all open? And then Flora is going to be able to respond with the appropriate answer. She's going to say, maybe we open Monday at 9 a.m. All without me having to interact with the chatbot or the customer, so that I'm free to do what I love to do, which is designing floral arrangements. Now let's think of a more complex example. Say you have the bank here, and you as the customer, you would like to check and see what your balance is. So I just got paid, I don't know how much money is in the bank, but I need to go buy some socks. So rather than having to call the bank and wait on hold and wait for a teller to pull up your information and check your account status, you could actually interact with Birdie, the banking bot. So in this case, I'm going to ask Birdie, what is my balance? How much money do I have currently? Birdie's going to come back and ask, I can help you with that, but what is your account number? Your PIN number, some identifying information. So I'm going to be able to provide this information back to Birdie. My account number, maybe my date of birth, a PIN number, etc., etc. From there, all without any tellers or any employees having to interact with Birdie, she's going to be able to go and ask the bank. She's going to pass along all this information, my account number, my date of birth, and my PIN number. And she's going to say, hey, bank, how much money does this person have in their account? The bank is going to authorize me and say, okay, this is all the appropriate information that we need. The bank is going to respond with, I'm sorry, you only have $5. Maybe enough for socks, maybe not. But then Birdie is going to be able to take that response and pass it back to me, the customer, all without having to interact with any humans, and it's very simple. So how does this really work? Let's dive in. Going back to the floral shop example, let's say tomorrow is Mother's Day and you forgot to order flowers like we normally do. So here's you, my customer. Now, like we mentioned before, the floral shop owner is very busy. She's putting together all these arrangements. She doesn't really have time to answer the phone. So luckily, there are a few different ways that you, the user, can interact with our chatbot to actually automate ordering some flowers for your mother. So on the floral shop website, there could be a little pop-up, maybe at the bottom, that has Flora. This is Flora, the floral bot. And she's here, and she's going to be able to pop up and ask me, what kind of flowers would you like to order? Obviously, yellow roses, because those are my mother's favorite. If we don't want to use the website, we could actually just call in. So it can be either text-based or voice-based. So if I call the chatbot, she says, welcome to Flowers Supply 101. What would you like to place your order for? I would say, I would like a dozen yellow roses, and it's just conversational, and she's going to take my order and be able to process it. And you can also use various instant messaging services, for different social media platforms you can integrate. So you have all these different ways that you can interact with the chatbot. Now let's think about how that actually works sort of on the back end. So I think by now we're all familiar with the cloud. It's the buzzword of the year. This is actually where our chatbot is going to live. So you'll have a chatbot service provider, and this chatbot is going to integrate with various services to actually process whatever speech it is that the user is saying. It's going to use natural language processing as well as artificial intelligence to take what I'm saying and then actually translate it into something that a computer can understand. So I'm saying, whether it's via phone or via instant messenger or to the web page via text or voice, I would like to purchase some yellow roses. I'll say purchase yellow roses. And maybe I want to do a dozen. Maybe next year I'll do two dozen. I should. So then it's going to pass this. I'm going to pass this information to either the web page or IM or voice. This is actually, whatever this medium is, it's going to send this information up to the cloud. Now the cloud is going to take this and it's going to process it. It's going to say, I see that the user wants to purchase this specific item. In this case, 12 yellow roses. Now, we have to make sure that we actually have these roses in stock. If I try to place an order and then I pay for it and then I get a notice, sorry, we're out of stock, well, that's just not a good user experience. So the way this is going to work is we'll use various cloud services, and we're actually going to go over here and connect to what I'm going to call Floral Systems. And this is basically just going to be our database on the back end. And it's going to show, maybe I have 36 yellow roses in stock. I've also got, let's say 14 red tulips and 3 succulents. So I've sent this information to the web page already as the user. Now the web page is going to say, all right, purchase, and then 12 roses, yellow roses. Now, this is going to send this information to the cloud, to my chatbot service provider, and then that is actually going to go out here and check the database. So I'll say 12 yellow roses is what we're looking for. And then we can see we've actually got 36. So we have plenty of roses. This is good. So now we're going to send a response back. We're going to say, yes, we have more than enough roses in stock, so we can go ahead and place this order. And the cloud is going to come back and say, yes, let's place this order. And then the web page is going to come back to me and say, absolutely, you're in luck. You didn't wait too long. Maybe next year try to do it a little quicker, but we're going to be able to fulfill your order. So then I'm over here the whole time as, let's say I'm over here, the floral shop owner, and I'm just building floral arrangements. Maybe I'll get a notification kind of off to the side, but all in all, the whole thing is automated, so I don't have to stop what I'm doing to actually take care of this, and it's going to save me a lot of time. Now let's talk about the benefits of, why would we want to use a chatbot? I mean, it is nice to have that human interaction whenever you're dealing with your customers, but I think probably the number one reason that someone may want to use a chatbot is to save time. And what I mean by that is, not only are you saving time when it comes to interacting with your customers and getting someone to place an order, but again, you're leaving time off to the side for you to go and, Maybe you've got to do some bookkeeping. You've got to put these floral arrangements together. Whatever it is, it's going to save you hours and hours over the course of even just a month. 2, simplicity. Chatbots, believe it or not, are surprisingly simple to build. You don't have to know how to write any code in most cases. If you want to do more in-depth integrations, you might need to know some code. But for the most part, it's just natural language based. You could say, hey chatbot, I want you to tell users that I'm open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And it's going to be able to relay that information without having to know any Python or JavaScript or anything like that. Lastly, time to launch. So what that means is that it does not take a lot of time to build a chatbot. Like I said earlier, you don't have to know any code. And since it's cloud-based, you don't have to build up any of the underlying infrastructure. From the time you start building the chatbot to the time it's completed could be as quick as 1 hour. And so these are some of the reasons that you may want to build a chatbot for your business. So I hope this helped explain what a chatbot is, how it works, and why you may want to use it. Thank you for watching.
Welcome to the Applications of AI in Different Industries. After watching this video, you will be able to explore the use cases and real-world examples of AI in different industries. You will also be able to explain the impact and benefits of using AI in different industries. AI has been evolving like never before, and its involvement in different industries has been increasing rapidly. A recent global survey conducted by Statista.com on AI's adoption in business estimates that 23% of company chief executive officers, or CEOs, have already adopted AI in their business operations, whereas 43% plan to explore options for adopting AI in the future. Among chief medical officers, or CMOs, 32% have adopted AI, with 39% planning to explore it in the future. Imagine how a manufacturing plant deals with the challenge of unexpected machine failures, or how the reliability of critical medical equipment is ensured in the healthcare industry. Deploying AI-driven predictive maintenance systems in various industries helps detect potential failures before they occur. This further leads to minimized downtime, increased productivity, and reduced maintenance expenses, ultimately resulting in enhanced efficiency and cost-effectiveness. Let's delve into the impacts and applications of AI across diverse industries in more detail. In manufacturing, AI is a driving force behind a new era of efficiency and optimization. AI-driven robotics and automation transform production processes by handling repeated tasks and assembly. This frees up human workers for more complex and creative tasks, increasing speed, accuracy, and scalability. For instance, in BMW's manufacturing units, cobots, or collaborative robots, are used alongside humans in a shared workspace to enhance efficiency and increase productivity. AI uses an image recognition system to inspect products for defects on assembly lines, ensuring that only top-quality products are delivered to customers. This helps reduce waste and enhance customer satisfaction. AI can optimize energy consumption in manufacturing facilities by analyzing usage patterns and identifying opportunities for savings. Through smart grids and AI-driven energy management systems, AI can significantly reduce energy costs and improve sustainability. For instance, the food and beverage manufacturing industry leverages AI-powered quality control systems to inspect defects, contamination, and freshness in food products, ensuring that only safe and high-quality food items are packed and distributed. AI is a game-changer in healthcare, offering innovative solutions and providing tangible benefits across various domains. As part of medical imaging analysis, AI can analyze medical images such as X-rays, MRIs, and CT scans to assist radiologists in detecting abnormalities and making diagnoses. In predictive analytics, AI systems analyze electronic health records, or EHRs, patient data, and historical trends to predict patient outcomes and identify individuals at risk of developing specific conditions. This empowers healthcare providers to anticipate and prevent diseases, resulting in more proactive and effective patient management. Moreover, AI enhances operational efficiency by optimizing the allocation of resources, streamlining scheduling, and managing supply chains more effectively. A popular use case of AI in healthcare includes drug discovery and development. AI speeds up the process of discovering drugs by examining molecular structures, predicting drug-target interactions, and simulating clinical trials. Organizations like Benevolent AI leverage AI algorithms to identify potential drug candidates for various diseases, significantly reducing the time and cost involved in the drug development process. This can lead to the discovery of novel treatments for ailments such as cancer and Alzheimer's. In the financial sector, AI is a strategic partner in revolutionizing banking, investment, and risk management. AI-powered chatbots provide personalized assistance and real-time support for banking transactions, enhancing customer experience. Investment analysis, in line with the AI algorithm, helps customers identify trends, opportunities, and risks in financial markets by processing large amounts of data. AI enables risk management strategies to become more proactive and precise, thereby predicting potential threats, mitigating frauds, and optimizing portfolio performance. Robo-advisors use AI algorithms to offer automated, algorithm-driven investment suggestions, portfolio management, and financial planning services. Have you heard of Bank of America's AI tool, Erica? To provide customers with a more convenient way to manage their finances, Bank of America leveraged AI and introduced Erica, an AI-powered virtual assistant. Erica uses AI to assist customers with various tasks, such as balance inquiries, bill payments, budgeting, fraud alerts, and financial insights. AI has also significantly impacted customer engagement, inventory management, and marketing in the retail sector. AI-powered recommendation engines analyze customers' preferences and browsing behavior to provide personalized product recommendations. For instance, Amazon.com uses AI to suggest products to customers based on past purchases and similar items viewed by other users. AI-driven demand forecasting algorithms analyze historical sales data, market trends, and external factors to predict future product demand. This enables retailers to optimize inventory levels, reduce stockouts, and minimize excess inventory holding costs. AI enables retailers to personalize marketing campaigns and promotions based on individual customer profiles and behavior. For instance, AI-driven marketing automation platforms like Salesforce Marketing Cloud use machine learning algorithms to segment customers, target them with personalized messages, and optimize campaign performance. Nowadays, entirely cashierless stores are beginning to emerge. AI-powered cashierless stores leverage computer vision and machine learning algorithms to enable frictionless retail shopping experiences. For instance, Amazon Go stores have utilized AI technology to automatically detect when customers take products from shelves and charge them through their Amazon account upon exiting the store. As AI continues to evolve, its potential for further innovation and growth is boundless. It promises transformative advancements that will reshape industries and revolutionize how we live and work. In this video, you learned about AI's transformative influence across various industries. You learned how AI-driven robotics and image recognition systems have brought a new era to the manufacturing industry, and how AI optimizes energy consumption. You also learned how AI has offered innovative solutions through medical imaging analysis and predictive analytics, and how it improves operational efficiency in the healthcare industry. Similarly, the finance industry has seen enhanced customer service and investment analysis. Finally, you learned how AI has impacted areas like customer engagement, inventory management, and marketing areas of the retail sector, and how cashierless stores have redefined retail experiences. Welcome to Generative AI Tools and Applications. After watching this video, you will be able to recognize various applications of generative AI across multiple domains and explore the integration of generative AI in industry-leading companies. Generative AI has sparked a revolution across numerous fields by enabling machines to autonomously create new content. Imagine detailed images, fascinating videos, and compelling stories, all generated by advanced AI algorithms. This powerful technology has demonstrated immense potential. Undoubtedly, language stands as the most crucial application area for generative AI. To create new content, generative AI tools are built on underlying AI models, such as large language models or LLMs. Initially, LLMs could only accept text inputs and create text outputs. When OpenAI first released ChatGPT, it was built on the text-only LLM GPT-3. However, with the development of multimodal LLMs, these models can now process multiple forms of data, including audio, images, and even videos. Now, generative AI has seen significant advancements with multimodal models. OpenAI's GPT models can now process both text and image data. They excel at solving complex problems with greater accuracy. Similarly, Google introduced two groundbreaking language models, Palm models and Gemini models, that unlocked generative AI's potential. Both of them excel in textual and linguistic tasks. While Palm models are limited to text in and out workflows, Gemini family of models has multimodal capabilities that include captioning an image, answering questions about photos, describing videos, and even discussing multimedia content. In fact, it is the foundational model that powers the functionalities of Google Gemini tool that we use today. These models and tools have provided new narratives to authors, journalists, and content creators, and this is just the beginning. Other large language models, such as Amazon's Titan models, Meta's Llama models, and Anthropic's Claude models, are revolutionizing how you create and interact with content. Generative AI has also influenced the visual arts and design sphere, empowering artists and designers with new tools and techniques for creative expression. For example, Stable Diffusion are among the most advanced in text-to-image technology. Another advancement, like DALL-E model, exhibits the ability to generate images that precisely match the input text. Did you know generative AI has contributed to the advancements in image generation? For instance, StyleGAN model is used for producing high-quality images of faces and other objects. Super resolution is another model used for enhancing the resolution of an image by increasing the number of pixels. Along with text and image generation, generative AI also facilitates the domains of voice and music generation. For instance, Murph is a platform at the forefront of AI voice generation technology, excelling in generating synthetic voices that closely replicate human speech nuances and tones. OpenAI introduced Whisper, an open-source model that enables transcription in multiple languages as well as translation from those languages into English. Did you ever imagine generating music with just a few words? AI-powered music generators can now produce a wide array of genres, from classical compositions to contemporary beats. Not just genres, but generators can tailor music to evoke specific moods, ranging from cheerful melodies to melancholic tunes. Musicians, producers, filmmakers, videographers, and businesses are all experimenting with generative AI tools at some level. Tools like JukeDeck and Amper Music use generative AI algorithms to compose original music tracks based on user input. Other than those, AIVA allows you to generate new songs in more than 250 different styles in a matter of seconds. So, whether you're a complete beginner or an experienced professional, you can use these AI tools to create your own songs. Generative AI algorithms can generate videos that closely resemble reality. These algorithms analyze human features and movements from existing data, creating characters and backgrounds that display lifelike qualities. Generative AI models can not only generate visuals, but also craft compelling stories, creating highly engaging videos. Google's Imagen Video is a machine learning model that generates high-definition videos. OpenAI Sora is another model that can create realistic and imaginative scenes from text instructions. Many popular companies are leveraging the power of generative AI. According to a recent poll conducted by Gartner, 55% of organizations, that is more than half, are in piloting or production mode with generative AI. Google utilizes generative AI in Google Photos for image enhancements, Google Duplex for natural language understanding, and
Google Magenta
for music generation. Salesforce and OpenAI introduced a ChatGPT app named Einstein for its Slack platform. The app is said to leverage ChatGPT's AI technology. Adobe utilizes generative AI in Adobe Sensei, the company's AI and machine learning platform. It powers features such as automated photo editing and font recognition. Additionally, IBM has introduced Watson X, an advanced AI and data platform to help businesses create custom AI applications. It provides tools for training models, managing data, following rules, and working well with other systems. In this video, you learn that generative AI has revolutionized multiple industries, which has given rise to multiple applications. Various LLMs like GPT, Palm, and Gemini are used for text generation. Various tools such as ChatGPT and Google Gemini are based on such large language models. Generative AI also helps with image generation, with advanced models like Stable Diffusion and DALL-E. Generative AI enhances voice and music generation, creating genres and moods with tools like MERV and AIVA. Generative AI algorithms can create lifelike videos and models, like Google's Imagen Video and OpenAI's Sora. You also learned that popular companies such as Google, Salesforce, Adobe, and IBM have adopted and integrated with the technology of generative AI.
Everybody is talking about generative AI, but Gen AI is a subset of the larger field of machine learning. And I'm going to give you 10 use cases of how machine learning, or ML, is used today in everyday life. And by machine learning, I'm talking about the subfields of artificial intelligence in which machines learn from data sets and past experiences by recognizing patterns and generating predictions. Now, machine learning is projected to become a $200 billion industry by 2029, but it's already very much here today. So let's get into it. Now, one aspect of machine learning that's seen huge utility is NLP, or natural language processing. That's the ability for machines to make sense of the unstructured mess that we like to call human language. So use case number one is customer service. Text-based queries can be handled by chatbots, which act as virtual agents that many businesses provide on their e-commerce sites. The chatbots can resolve many queries themselves, and where they can't, they can route customers to where they can find the appropriate help from a human customer service representative. ML also powers voice assistants, things like Siri and Alexa, where first speech to text and then NLP machine learning models help understand a spoken command. That same capability is used by services like Slack and YouTube to power auto-transcription of spoken words in video content. Now, number three is ML and mobile apps. Where would we be without Spotify's ML models for generating song recommendations, or LinkedIn's use of ML to make employment suggestions? Your phone is likely filled with apps that call out to services running machine learning models. And actually, ML in smartphones really deserves its own category, because with the power of modern smartphones, some of that machine learning is performed directly on the device, such as computational photography to generate background blur in your selfie shots, or unlocking your phone with facial recognition, or onboard device image classification models that help you to search your photo library. Like that time I was trying to find this picture of my cat where he jumped into the dryer, ML helped me to find that without me spending a ton of time scrolling through my Photos app. Hey, the dryer wasn't actually on. Now that's an example of a needle in a haystack problem. Thousands of images, and there's only one I'm looking for, which in a way is similar to use case number 5, that is financial transactions. Now, in the US alone, there are 150 million credit card transactions every day, and the vast majority of those are legitimate. How to detect the fraudulent ones? Well, ML and deep learning are widely used in fraud detection, where financial institutions train ML models and classification algorithms to recognize suspicious online transactions and flag them for further investigation. 150 million credit card transactions every day is 1,739 every second. So this is a task that would be near impossible to perform manually. Or did you also know that between 60 and 73% of all stock market trading is conducted by ML algorithms, and that percentage is increasing every year. All right, let's quickly knock out a couple more. So ML is used frequently in cyber security. Reinforcement learning uses ML to train models to identify and respond to cyber attacks and detect intrusions. ML informs a lot of our transportation these days. For instance, Google Maps uses ML algorithms to check current traffic conditions and determine the fastest route. And ride-sharing apps like Uber and Lyft use ML to match riders to the drivers. And ML plays a large role in filtering email messages as well, through classification of incoming messages and autocomplete responses. Now, number 9, that's healthcare. This is one example where machine learning can help augment and speed up human capabilities. Now, it's estimated that doctors evaluating mammograms miss between 30 to 40% of cancers, and the rate of false positives is even higher. ML is already helping here, where pattern recognition models are trained to classify tumors that are hard to see with the human eye. This is increasing not only the accuracy of interpreting radiology imaging, but it's also increasing the reading time of radiologists, allowing them to focus their attention on the more suspicious examinations flagged by the ML models. There are also ML successes in early lung cancer screening and finding bone fractures. Okay, one last one, and a question for you. In general, which department in an organization uses AI and machine learning the most? Well, according to Forbes, it is the marketing and sales department. Marketers use ML for lead generation, data analytics, and search engine optimization, and they often build on top of existing ML models. So, for example, consider how recommendation algorithms like those at Netflix make TV and movie suggestions as to what to watch next based on your derived tastes and interests. Well, the marketing and sales department can use those same ML models for targeted, personalized marketing campaigns tailored to those very same tastes and interests. Look, we hear so much these days about the future of AI, and in particular AGI, artificial general intelligence, that will one day match and surpass the intelligence of humans. But right now, that level of AI doesn't exist. It's theoretical. But machine learning, that's AI that is already here, and it really is very much part of our everyday lives.